Good morning. Oh, earbud. Earbud. There we go. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Coffee with Priscilla. Number 233, Cyber Monday. Let's get this going. Morning, Bob. So, excuse the voice. This is day 7. So, hi, Dawn. Feeling better. There, I'm trying to get the lighting right. I have a new get up. Morning, Dawn. So, 1 year, guys, ago, I started going live and just sharing some, positive thoughts for the day. It's evolved over time for sure. Originally, I was going to go every morning at 5:30 a.m. Well, I found that at 5:30, I have not had enough coffee, and I realized I needed at least an hour before I was ready to greet the world, so to speak. And I needed to have a little coffee in me for sure. So it evolved. It then, it's like anything, guys. If anything touches your heart and you really enjoy doing it, you just need to do it. Just get going. Just get started. Don't be afraid to mix it up until you get it just right. And for me, I feel like I now have it just right. Monday through Friday at the 6 a.m. hour. It's usually 6:30, between 6:30 and 7. It's important to me that when I come, I'm ready, if that makes any sense at all. When I wake up at 5 a.m. every day, I'm not ready to talk to anybody. Let's be clear. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm able to be consistent. I think consistency is so important. And so, yeah, that's how this all evolved. And now I'm able to do graphics every day for thumbnails. I share it to YouTube, to iSlick, Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn. I share it to all of those platforms, and I get a little creative. And then I do have some other inspiration that I share every day. So that's that. And here we are 1 year later. Can you believe it? And actually I had surgery probably about 2 weeks in from when I first started this. So it's almost been a year ago since I had surgery on my right hand. And so I'm just excited. It should have been episode 235, but I missed a couple of days. Good morning, Juanita. I got sick. Doggone it. I mean, I lost 5 days of my life, guys, like literally. Today's day 7, but boy, there were 5 days there that, I was toast. Did a lot of couch potato stuff because there was just nothing else I could do. Terrible. I hope that nobody else gets that. I don't know. Do we all seem to get a cold once a year? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I avoid it like the plague. Let me tell you, I do not like being sick. It just seems like such a waste of time. But maybe, just maybe, it's how I get rest once a year. Because otherwise this brain just does not shut off. Like I'm constantly going. It's just who I am. So anyway, I digress. Hopefully we get a few more people on here to celebrate 1 year with us, but let's get going. Here's our cards for Monday, and I have a new get up, so hopefully I am able to do well. Okay, here we go. From Louise Hay. Action is the foundational key to all success. Pablo Picasso. Oh my gosh, is that not the truth? Let's see if I come at this the right way. There we go. Whoop, whoop. I don't know what is all the glare and in my glasses, guys. I'm so sorry. Hopefully not too much. All right, let's see what words of wisdom Velma has for us, shall we? And then we'll chat a little bit. How about that? Oh, before we do that, you know what? Oh man, I was going to do this and I forgot. Oh, that's right. It starts in 2020. So my friend Wendy Rube, you know my Friday IM cards. I've told you, she gifted these to me and I've been using them. I used to use them every day. Now I have cards for every day of the week. Like I said, this has evolved and I keep buying new sets. And so, we'll interchange them out and whatnot. Some I read the front and then once I get through the front, I'll read the back, kind of a thing. Anyway, just to keep it going and keeping it random. I love it. And hopefully not repeating. So anyway, Wendy Rube got me this amazing planner from my IM cards. Can you see? Oh gosh, I hope so. There we go. Trying to keep away from the glare. This is a planner for 2020, guys, with the IM cards. Is that not the coolest thing? So I'm going to start using this for my Monday next year because let me show you real quick. Here we go. It starts out the week. Whoops, there we go. With an IM card. Whoops, I'm backwards. Here we go, with an IM card. Isn't that cool? So I'll be able to share it that way. And so it'll be on Mondays. So my Monday cards are going to change. But my Monday cards are almost out anyway. So I needed to mix it up. And then I'll need a new Friday card. But that's not a problem. I know where to find more. Anyway, is that not the coolest thing ever? I just cannot wait to use this. It is awesome. It's absolutely awesome. And yeah, it actually brought me to tears. It was so cool. Maybe you saw my post. Anyway, okay, here we go. Let's see what Velma has to say. And gosh, it's been so many days since I've been in this book. I'm going to have to turn a couple of pages. It's so sad. We missed some days here. Oh, guys, I had to have been sick to not be able to come on here. But here, it was an awful sight. Not only was it an awful sight, but, there were things happening I had no control over, like nose dripping. I know, TMI, right? All right, here we go. December 2nd. Words from Miss Velma. All right. The fears of the wicked will come upon them. So who are the wicked? Webster says it is a mental disregard for truth, honor, justice, virtue, and righteousness. When we choose to walk in these ways, we are opening up all kinds of doors that will bring trouble into our lives. Disregarding what God has ordained for man will actually bring a curse of fear upon us, while the book of Proverbs also says an undeserved curse has nowhere to light. God does not curse us. We curse ourselves by our actions. Walk uprightly. Alrighty then. Walk uprightly. I love it. Thank you, Velma. All right. So yes, action is the foundational key to all success. Guys, it is. So, we can do, and, we can concentrate on these positive thoughts. We can get silent for 15 minutes every day. But if we don't take action with what we receive in, then nothing will happen. You can't just say something. Like affirmations are great, but there has to be action behind it as well. Absolutely, there must be action behind it as well. But I've continued to tell you guys, if you just get quiet so that you can hear, shut off the noise, turn off all your notifications on everything. If you have to put your phone in another room, put it in another room so that you won't be tempted to look at it. I have had notifications off of my phones for years now because I know that I'm in control of my time, not a notification. I don't want to know when emails are coming in. When it's time for me to review emails, then I will go and review emails. Okay? And I do need to make a little bit of an adjustment because I don't even, my phones are usually on silent. They don't even ring. I know that's terrible, but you have to take control of your life, guys. You're the only one who can. And so you need to determine when you're going to do certain things. And, if you're constantly being interrupted, listen, if you are focusing on something and you're in a creative zone, or you're just working on something, an assignment, a task, whatever it is, you need to get fully through that. Otherwise, you're going to miss something. And then when you come back to it, you have to go back. And you always have to like almost double and triple and quadruple do things if you're constantly being interrupted. It's a fact. It just is. You know, this old adage of being able to multitask is for the birds. Guys, we can't multitask. Your brain cannot, if your brain cannot focus on something negative and positive at the same time, you can't multitask. That's proof right there. Okay. So for any of you who think that you can, I'm sorry, you cannot. You know, you have to take your mind off of something for a moment in order to get back to the other thing. It is what it is. So you're not doing yourself any favor, as in fact, you're doing a less quality job on both things instead of focusing on one thing at a time. Okay. All right. Now there are things that we do just, inherently, right? So we don't think anymore about them. It's like driving your car. Have you ever driven to work and your mind is on other things and you get to work and you don't remember driving there? Scary thought, I know, but it's kind of that thing. So once you have done something enough to where it's just habit and you don't have to think about it, you're not really thinking about it, you're just doing, then you might be able to do something else at the same time, like drive and think. Okay, that kind of concept. But when it comes to really sitting down and concentrating on your life, on what your destiny is, laying out a plan of, you know, what you want your year to look like. We're all getting to the point of the year where it's time to reflect on what has happened this year, tweak some things to get better outcomes of what we'd like, or just expand on the amazing things we were able to accomplish, right? So if you set a plan of action and you get results, then that's the time to expound on it, right? And grow it, if that's what you want. I think we all do, but not necessarily. So that's all I really have for you. And I'm so thankful for those of you that are joining me today on my 1-year anniversary. It's been a fun year. There's been some tough roads along the way. Not that you would know about it. It's not something I dwell on. I have learned to embrace the journey. And I think that's probably why I don't usually talk about issues that are going on, because I'm in action on those things constantly, and focusing on things that aren't working, I know does me no good whatsoever, but give more power to those things that aren't working. So that's why I tend to not talk about them. It's not about not being real. It's about knowing that I don't want to focus on something that's not working, or I don't want to focus on a valley. I don't. I just want to focus on what's going to bring me out of that valley, learn the lesson, and look forward to what's on the other side. My friend Velma, I read her book every day. She told me, she put a comment on one of my posts about me being sick. I know I've been talking about being sick, but it's because I wanted everybody to know why I wasn't on here. But she said something to the effect of, she has found that on the other side of illness come great things. So that's what I've been looking forward to. Keeping that perspective of, and maybe it is because I never turn off. And so when I get sick, I don't have a choice but to stop. Saturday, I tried to cook my Thanksgiving meal because I couldn't in the previous days. And, it was too much. And at one point I just told my husband, I'm done. I went and I sat back on the couch and I was done. And I felt like I was relapsing. So I didn't do a whole lot yesterday just because there was no way I'm going to let this illness go any longer than it needs to. So anyway, plus today was my 1-year anniversary and there was no way I wasn't going to be spending it with you guys. So sorry this has been a little bit longer, but thank you so much for being in my little sphere. I love it. And I hope that you continue to focus with me Monday through Friday in the 6:30-ish hour in the morning on the West Coast. Oh, bless you, Dawn. Thank you so much. You're such a good friend. I really appreciate you. I do. Dawn's great, man. What a awesome dude he is. You really are, Don. And, you change people's lives just from the kindness you show, and just a really neat guy. So, all right, guys, that's it. I'm going to let you go now. Sorry I've been long-winded, but I have missed you. I have missed you. And go knock it out of the park today, Monday. All right, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Love you. Bye now.